Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day. We are finishing our way through Superboy issue 14, which has been a very strong issue of Superboy. Though I don't remember the first story very well. It's been a long time during this Thanksgiving break, but I do remember the second story and the fun of showing up those teachers who think that Superboy should be in school, even though he keeps proving that he's too smart to be in school. And, he has better things to do being Superboy. And also, he is in school. Just tell people he has a secret identity. Why am I still going on about this, even though we've covered that issue? Here we have the final story, part 3, Pa Kent's Dangerous Assistant. A story about the real threat to small businesses. Big businesses. Of course it is. They don't want the small businesses to exist and take away from their earnings. So a bigger, richer store has opened up in Smallville, which is a massive threat to Pa Kent, who, if you remember at this time, ran the general goods store in Smallville. He's not exactly a farmer yet. I think they do have a farm. They haven't really talked about it all that much. It's more about Pa Kent running this small store. And Pa Kent needs help because Clark is too busy doing his usual Clark stuff, which means being Superboy. And, well, that's more important than Pa Kent's business. So a friend of Pa's, Jonathan, suggests his son to come work for him, but he's supposedly, a big klutz and might be, like an active hurricane entering the store. So Superboy stays around and the kid shows up and he causes massive problems and Superboy has to fix them, like massive destructive problems, like putting in a wrong ad that Pa's general store is going to sell bicycles for something outrageous and he doesn't have enough bicycles to sell, so Superboy has to create all these bicycles. It gets lost in the Superboy having to complete some feats, though I do like, as we eventually learn, this is not actually the son of the friend. It's somebody working for the big business trying to sabotage Pa Kent and run him out of business, because they hate the small business. They don't want it cutting into their revenue. True to life, too. Maybe not exactly sabotaging, but, using your vast amounts of money to get rid of the competition or just buy them out. Which I'm surprised they didn't try that, though they had this going for them. And eventually, once Superboy kind of figures out what's going on, they're going to have a Superboy problem. Because he doesn't care about laws. No one's going to stop him once he figures out what you're doing to his father and runs them out of business. Really shouldn't be pulling this in a town that has, the powerful God Boy. But there is quite a lot of fun with Superboy trying to fix these really quickly, and I love it when he throws it in the face of a bunch of rich fat cats. It's always great because, well, he is outside their own power structure. They can't do anything to him. It's the most wonderful fantasy that someone's going to come and help and do the right thing against a power that this nation really loves. Capitalism. Though we do end on the joke of the actual son showing up and Clark being like, oh God. But until that moment, it's perfectly fine. I love the message of the story, not so much how we sold it. I would have loved that message to be more throughout the story instead of getting lost in Superboy having to completely save his father's business. I think he could have brought the fight to them a little bit more often. But that's such small potatoes. I think we should take a Superboy story that actually says something more than just bad guys be bad. Okay, that is it from Superboy issue 14, Pa Kent's Dangerous Assistant. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday. We cover Batman story, either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the boy of tomorrow? And did this, close all their stores? How long did they go to jail? Did they go to one of those bull white collar jails? Superboy, get on fixing that part. Okay, have a great day. Phantom Zone is coming, though. It is coming. Okay, have a great day.